right, good morning, good night, and good evening, my motherfucking royals. We have I think it's called like angel incense here today. And don't mind me and my hair. I just got done working out. And I was going to meditate before I put this message out, but, Source was like, Ayo, it's been a minute and hop on here, right? So, bam, let's go ahead and set that up. So I have been watching this anime. It's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And in the second half of the anime, everyone ends up getting these like abilities. Well, not everyone, but people start getting these abilities called a stand. And basically it's like a manifestation of the soul. Well, all of these stands are based off of tarot cards. And so me and my brother were watching it last night. The episode we were on was like Yellow Temperance, I think. And then I had like woken up and scrolled a little bit because I was like, damn, I wonder if he stopped it or if it just played on out, right? And so I like scroll through it and then I fall back asleep, wake back up, 1:11 as I'm looking up, and I see Justice on the screen. Ew, what the fuck is that? I see Justice on the screen. And so I'm like sitting here and I'm like, ooh, Justice, like, what you got going on with that, right? And then Source is like, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. So I go out, I'll work out. And Source is like, there's a lot of people, right, that are in the space of waiting on justice. But it's not just one thing in particular. It's waiting on justice in many areas of your life, right? It's waiting on justice across the board is what it feels like. So it feels like more often than not, there are situations manufactured in your reality that are seemingly designed to cause setbacks, right? And I'm not talking about manufactured from a higher place, right? I'm talking about manufactured from the people that are down here on earth, right? The enemy working through people, the scumbags, like all that shit, right? I don't need to go into that, right? But so one thing that Source was like drilling into my head while I was meditating over and over again was perception. And that you have a profound sense of perception. You're very keen, and that actually like intimidates people. It like triggers people because a lot of people that enter your reality have ulterior motives. They are like they're slimy, they're snakes, that kind of thing, right? And their main objective is to like take away from you. And so it pisses people off that you can, see without having, to put eyes on something, right? You can see exactly what's going on, like regardless of the situation, right? And so the other thing I'm being shown right now is like how, magicians, they'll be like, oh, look over here, but then the trick is happening somewhere else, like sleight of hand type thing. It's like that, like people get frustrated 333 that they can be like, hey, yo, look at this, and you'll be looking at it and they'll do something over here and you'll be like, well, why is this like over here? And then they're like, well, what the fuck, right? And so I don't know why mass atrocities have been committed against you like throughout your life, and you're now in the space to be like receiving justice for it, right? And so I've talked about this before, is like, obviously the justice is your birthright, right? But you just have to get into the space where you can receive this, right? So you're somebody who has to have been doing a lot of internal work. You really have been conquering yourself, right? And I know like some people will be like, oh, conquering sounds so like violent, but it's just, you're someone who takes self-development very seriously, right? And so you're not one to sit and be the same. This is something I was just thinking about the other day because I saw a video and this guy was like, if you're doing the same shit you were doing a year ago, like I can't fuck with you, right? And that's exactly like the type of energy that you bring, right? Like I don't think that you would be the same person in like a month, let alone a year, right? So you're the type of person who is constantly like receiving information, constantly receiving like insight, all of this stuff, and you are applying this in real time. So somebody could see you and talk to you like a month ago, and then they're like, yo, what is going on with them? Like they are just, they feel different every single time. Every time this person interacts with me, they have a different energy, right? They have a different energy that's coming through, and it just feels like you are just continuously like going. I'm just seeing like a meter, and it's just skyrocketing, right? So you are just continuously pushing. You're going forward. You're going for the gold, and the self-development that is occurring right now, not just on the physical level, the human level, but on the soul level, 555, as I'm looking up, for you is just like out of this world. It makes me want to smile. It makes me want to give you a round of applause because, you know, it is a lot of hard work, right? Like it's not easy. And so you had perceived, right? You had perceived a lot of things that were going on, right? And you probably were very vocal about this. Like, I don't get that you're like the type of person that's going to like sit on something, right? So if something's bothering you, you're most likely just going to be like, hey, yo, like straight out the mouth type thing, right? It's going to be very vocal, right? And a lot of people that operate in the shadows, a lot of people that do shady shit, they're not going to like someone like you because you're going to constantly bring that stuff out, right? And so while whoever was doing whatever to you, right? And like I said, this is an all-encompassing message, right? So I'm talking to people here. You could fall under the category of all three or four, whatever, or you could just be experiencing one. But so in the relationship sphere, right? You're going in, you're putting your heart out there. You are just being you know, straightforward with everyone. You're wearing that heart on the sleeve, right? And you know, people are coming in, they're seeing that, and they're like, oh my god, like the narcissists, the vampires, they're like, yo, I need a piece of that energy, right? And so you're getting it there, right? Then you got like, you know, maybe people in the workplace, that kind of thing, just people in the circle, people that you see every day, you know, trying to sabotage, like that kind of thing, maybe talk you down, trying to like, you know, like de-elevate you, devalue you in the eyes of others, right? So that they look better. That constantly happens to me for some reason, where like I will literally just go and just try to be me, just try to be myself, and then somebody has to come along, 808, and just try to make me look bad just so they can look bad. But I mean, whatever, they can have it, right? And so like opportunities that should have been yours, right? Opportunities that should have been yours, placements where you should be, you know, sabotaged by other people, but you're not getting butthurt about this, right? Family, friends, like I said, the circle, doing stuff behind your back, trying to sabotage you, like all sorts of stuff, right? None of it is working, because you are so pure, but also through all of this, there's never been a time where you haven't been like, yo, like, is there something that I'm doing that's causing this, right? Which probably spurred a lot of transformation, right? Because like that was something that I had realized, you know, that, I mean, we all come to realize at a certain point, but it's something that I was thinking about is like, you know, especially in the relationship sphere, like, all right, like if I keep attracting this certain kind of person, like I need to fucking like probably heal some trauma, right? I need to like rewire all that fun stuff so that, you know, this person, the same type of person isn't going to, you know, easily fall within my energy, right? And so I've sensed there's been a major like worth like increasing for you, right? So whereas you can probably look back at a time when you felt like you had like no worth, right? You could probably look at a time where you felt like you could not amount to much, right? You didn't feel like anything. But the energy that's like coming through now is of like immense self-worth. And so like I've been working on a song, and like in one of the songs I had said like there's not enough in the universe, basically 1010 as I'm looking up, that could amount to my worth. And so that's like the type of energy that it's giving, is like you've come so far, you've dealt with all these challenges, and you are realizing that you are the true gem, right? That you don't deserve to settle for the things, the people, the places that you have settled for in the past, right? You almost, I mean, you might, but almost can look at something and be like, you know what, that's beneath me. And I don't want to say it's beneath as in you're too good, but it's like, you know that there's way better meant for you, right? And like I said, this is in all aspects. This is when it comes to friends. This is when it comes to work. This is when it comes to love, right? And so you have been staying perceptive as always, 1111. You have been staying like ultra perspective. You have been like, you know, looking around. You've been waiting, right? Looking for the signs. You're like, God, I know, source, you're telling me an opportunity's coming, someone's coming, like all this stuff, right? And so in the meantime, instead of just fucking freaking out, you know, frenzied, like, oh my God, like, where is it? Like, where are they? They're coming in. No, you're not doing all that. You're vibing by yourself. You're relaxing. You're enjoying the time that you have and the space that you have, because you know that when you come into this next chapter, there's not going to be much relaxing, right? And you know, like a lot of unions, right? For instance, a lot of unions that are blessed, right, by God, that have God's favor. Yeah, you're going to get together, you're going to be happy, you're going to do all this stuff, but also like there's a purpose behind that, right? So there's going to be some work getting done, 12-12, right? You talk about jobs, a job that has the favor, right? There's probably something, right? So we're going to be moving, right? So now it is important that you have been taking so much care of yourself, that you have been changing your mind, changing how you view yourself. And this is really what's allowing this, you to finally get this justice, right? And so like I'm also seeing like timelines, like how, let's say, you could be wronged, right? And like frequency wise, you could be in like a timeline down here. We'll say bottom timeline, highest timeline, right? And so you've been doing all this work, slowly climbing up, bam, justice awaits at the highest timeline, right? And so also lizards could be significant. I found this the other day also. I think it's supposed to be like a golden iguana. Yeah, the self-care, the self-love. I feel that coming through. You could also be working out right now. We got the motherfucking Pulp Tarot here today. Because that's the one I was vibing with. We got the star. And in the show, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I think that's what it's called, yeah. His I don't know what he is, but one of the characters, I wouldn't say he's I don't know if I would call him the main character, because the person that was the main character had to do some stuff, but he actually has the star card, right? And so, I mean, y'all already know the star talks about the recognition. It talks about that renewal. It talks about the test of faith, right? Because it's not been an easy path. You haven't just been sitting there doing nothing, right? You've had people try to come in and get you off your path, right? The other thing I wanted to say is like, you've had the enemy telling you, right? And so, like I was saying with the whole perception thing, is that you're so able to perceive that the enemy just can't even deal with it anymore, right? If you listen to the enemy is going to tell you exactly where it wants you to go. For me, for instance, like someone had come into my life and they're talking about going to this one specific place, and I'm like, okay. So then like more people are coming into my reality and they're talking about this one specific place a lot. Then like this place starts coming up all the time, and I'm like, Source, like, am I supposed to go there? And Source is like, no. And I was like, oh, so that's where the enemy wants me to go. And Source is like, yeah. And so I was like, okay, like pretty clear cut. So pay attention, y'all. I mean, I feel like if this message is for you, you are paying attention, because the motherfucking, as keen as y'all are, like, there's no way little shit is getting by you. But it's little stuff like that, like I'm saying. All right, let me, Creator, shine down on me. Please shine down on me with a pillar of light that extends 50 feet in all directions. I also ask that you allow no tricks or spirits, any low vibrational energies, entities, aliens, ETs to interfere with this message. You and only you assist me in giving this message to the collective. I also ask that you fill my vessel in the surrounding space with every color angelic flame and transmute any negative energy into positive energy for my benefit. I also ask that you cover all of my bodies across all timelines and dimensions in a 12-layer, 12-dimensional shield of light from the beginning of time till the loop back around. God, so much shit has happened, y'all. So much shit has happened. I've been fucking, like, working with my voice, still going through the throat chakra upgrades. I got, like, new crystals. The little bag that I had has now been upgraded because I was going out and like finding shit. I got like some emeralds, some citrine. Damn, I have a bunch. I'll get the actual names of them. I've been painting still, so I am working on that. Oh, fuck. And obviously, like I said, we got the music. We'll cut it one more time. Yeah. Bam. 9 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So first and foremost, I mean, y'all already know. It talks about the courage and the It talks about the courage and it talks about the persistence, right? And so you see her here, right? Yeah, she is, I guess you would call that hiding behind her wands. The enemy's coming, right? And she is very much so still ready to fight. Red and blue have also been highly significant. Red and green have also been highly significant, he says, as he looks up and sees red and green everywhere. Red and white, black and white, highly significant. But it's like through the persistence, through the willpower, there it is, willpower, you have been able to completely reinvent yourself, right? Rebrand, reinvent. You know, you could like disappear for some time and then come back, like, you know, reinvented, right? But throughout all of this, right, throughout your entire life, I'm not just talking about a specific instance. I'm not just talking about, you know, one thing happened and, you know, that was it. No, I'm talking to somebody who has been in a state of like perseverance, right, their entire life. This is somebody who has, this is somebody who has really like started from the bottom, comes to mind. So, and I'm not even talking about like with money. I'm talking about like started from the bottom, like maybe spiritually, or started from the bottom, like with karmic, like karma, like that type of shit. And you worked your way up to the point where I'm seeing like people from your past, people from your reality, whatever. You're like walking by and they don't even see you walking by. They only see like a gemstone. So this person is like as you're walking by, and it's just like a diamond, just like the brightest light coming through. Nine of Pentacles, first out. Oops, what fell down here? The Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords in reverse. I literally, oh wait, hold on. the Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords in reverse, right? Because you were able to break free from the mind, right? The Eight of Swords talks about that mental imprisonment, if you will, right? You see the person, they're bound by the swords, right? And in reverse, this is telling me that, like I said, I mean, I had already said it when I was just sitting here, you know, but you have been really liberating yourself when it comes to the mind. You have been really putting in the work. I'm even talking, like, I had just posted a video the other day, and this guy was talking about, like, you want to change your life, you want to change your reality, the only thing you can control is your thoughts. And if you can't control your own thoughts, right, if you can't sit there and, you know, stop negative thoughts from coming through, maybe not stop them, but not let them affect you the way that you know, some people do, where they're like too crippled by anxiety to go out, or, you know,
and 2 seconds later you were looking at something
or you know, like I mean, you know, like, I don't have to, you know, but it looks like that was stopping you from feeling like $1 million, right? $1 Million Baby comes to mind. I know most of y'all probably heard that, but it's like, now, like I said, since you've broken free from like the shackles of your mind, now you're in this space of like, and you see, like, she's got like awards, she's got expensive stuff, she's got expensive clothes on. Like, this gives the energy of like you are in full, like, celebrity energy comes to mind, but maybe not celebrity energy. Well, I mean, it could be celebrity energy, but it's just like I said, you know your worth, right? There's not enough in the universe that could amount to the value of you. You are that valuable, and it is like, you exude that confidence. You are showing it. It's pouring out of you. People are fucking seeing the internal work playing out. But see, that's the other thing is, though, that some people could, you know, get pissed off because they don't physically understand how you're getting it like that, right? So you have people that are trying to like act like you, right? People that are trying to do stuff like you because they want to know how you are, like, at this point, right? Queen of Cups coming out. Is this the collective? All right, so Queen of Cups coming out. I love how she is sitting there, unbothered, on her couch. You see, she doesn't have much going on, but you do see that she is chilling. She's drinking from her cup, right? That is what you're doing right now, what you've been doing, pouring into your own cup and just basking in that like feeling, in that love, right? No love that you are going to get externally is going to compare to what you can get internally and working with source, right? It's just going to like add to that. That's the thing, right? In relationships, right? If this is resonating for like relationships for you, then it's like, you know, you understand that you have to fill yourself up, right? Before that, like, you're not looking for somebody to give you happiness, because you are your own happiness, right? It was 2, 3, 4, 5 as I was looking at. 3, 4, 5 has been highly significant, but it's like you're now in the space of knowing that, like, you're just looking for somebody, maybe not even looking for somebody, but you're waiting for someone, right, that is going to add to the piece, right? If this is resonating in like a job setting or something like that, but for confirmation, and you know what you are worth, and you are not going to devalue yourself in situations, you know, in places like in working and stuff like that, right? So 24. So you are like, you know, like, you have a very clear like notion of what you are worth, right? And so I also feel like with the Queen of Cups, you're not one to hide your loving nature, right? And so while you've been doing all of this self-love, you've still been making sure to, show love outside of yourself, right? And as the Queen of Cups, that's somebody that's highly compassionate, highly caring, most likely empathic, I would say, because they're so in tune with their emotions that they can probably, discern when other people are, all over the place. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. There's blue and green on the tee. All right, so the Ace of Pentacles wanted to fall out on the floor, 25-25. As I was looking up, like I was saying, the Hermit on the bottom of the deck, y'all were in this like cocoon. Y'all were getting shit done. Y'all were really putting yourself in the space, right? I was just thinking about this when I was meditating. I was saying that like people are like, oh, you need people to survive. You need people to survive. Bro, I wish that right now I had like I was in like my own apartment or like a cabin in the woods or something like that, like out in the country. So I grew up in Tappahannock, Virginia, with my grandmother for I want to say like 5 or 6 years when I was growing up. And I mean, it's the fucking sticks out there, but I like keep thinking like, bruh, I would like if I was living out there, I would be vibing, like I wouldn't have to worry about shit. Anyway, but it gives that type of energy, is that like for you, solitude is not like like uncomfortable. Like if anything, you might prefer to be alone, right? And so because all this transformation has been going on, right? You have a gift, you have something coming in, right? Like I said, this is for all spheres, right? If the finances have been getting sabotaged, finances you got coming in, right? If the love connections are always what are negatively working, you have something coming in that is going to be, right, like a gift from God, right? In the sphere of like new friendships, this is the time period when a lot of new connections. Did I say 111? No fucking way. On the TV, they're showing a house. Maybe you could be getting a new house. I don't know, because I came in from working out and HGTV was on. But they just showed the fucking oven and the time on it was 111. Anyway, 27. There's about to be something that is like essentially gifted to you. There is about to be a wave of abundance, right? When it comes to the Ace of Pentacles, it doesn't always talk about like the financial, but it could, right? And so, like I said, you're in the space to be receiving, like, I don't know why blessings out the ass is my immediate like. All right.
One thing I would say is that there's no privacy while they need to use the restroom or take a shower or bath.
All right.
I would have a bathroom attached.
Actually,
Oh,
fuck me.
We like to play pool as a family. We like to
Yeah, so
It's open to the living space. It's a great gathering space. You can't get any better in this room, and you can't find this anywhere else.
I'm not going to argue. This is one of my favorite rooms in this house. And we can really make so much more of it. Nobody comes in here. Having a
all right.
because the spaces are so broken.
So it looks like very soon you're going to be coming out of this period of keeping to yourself, of hoarding your energy, of being in a state like this cocoon state, right? Being in this like rest type energy. I know like Spirit has been telling me to rest for like the past year and a half. So like I know like if you're getting that message, it can be frustrating as hell, but it feels like you are about to like break free from that, right? Next we have the Ten of Pentacles and Justice, right? I mean, I knew Justice was going to come out, but we have the Ten of Pentacles, right? Obviously, you know, it talks about long-term stability. It talks about building wealth, but also it has the family on there, just like the Ten of Cups. So it does give that energy of I don't know why I feel called to. grab the book for a second. Give me 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 seconds. All right, and here we are at the journey's end. The dedicated craftsman or smart investor or cunning businessman or successful thief has matured into the ripe old age and respectability. Here is the reward of his hard work and thrift. An apartment overlooking the park, successful children, an adorable grandchild, and an original painting by the journeyer from the Eight of Pentacles. He has brought home the big fish, as it were, and money has bought him happiness. So, like I said, it says, right, the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 being the end, right? We had the Ace of Pentacles come out earlier. But it talks about being at the end of the journey. I had mentioned, I literally was just talking about an apartment. So maybe you could be moving somewhere, right? Maybe that could be a gift in itself. But also, right, it does mention the family. And I said it before in this, it says these 2 dogs are supposed to represent that source is always looking ahead of you and behind you. So source is not only watching your path where you're going, but source is also watching your back, right? Justice, I don't really need to say much about this. Justice is coming in, like I said. And like I said, it feels like it's going to be in the form of a gift, right? The Page of Cups often talks about the gift. The girl is walking on the beach with a cup and then a fish falls into her cup, right? Well, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but so there's some, like I said, it's going to be like a gift from God, right? And like I said, it couldn't come any faster because you had to get your judgment in the right space, right? And you have been in situations where your judgment, if refined, would have led to different outcomes. And through your ability to sharpen this, right? Through your ability to strengthen, really go inside and fortify your temple, right? Your body's a temple. Move away from things that no longer serve you. You've really been working hard. You're in the space, right, to receive your justice. I really feel like I don't even need to say much more than this, right? Got the Knight of Swords coming in, and the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So your hard work, like I said, your hard work is about to pay off. You are about to receive clarity. And the star at the bottom. You are about to receive clarity about this. You are about to be recognized in the ways that you deserve to be recognized, which is every way, right? But you are about to receive that. You know, people say all the time, the Ace of Swords is like that message, the phone call, the insight, the download, like whatever it is. Source is really about to like straight up tell you straight up, and y'all can't see it, but how I have the cards laying, I have them stacked. I have the Ace, then the Justice card, which is the Major Arcana 11, and then the Ace of Pentacles right behind it. So 111, 1111, ones in general are coming through heavy right now, but we also have a bunch of pentacles out on the board, so it looks like finances are about to be, taking a ship in the right direction. There's 3, 4, 5 up on here again. Let me get one more thing. Is there anything they need to, do at this time? Is there anything they need to do at this time? All right, word. We'll take this one. Bam. All right. All right, so the only thing you need to do at this current point in time is stay in some nice, abundant. Are you good, bro? All right. Is stay in some nice, abundant energy. Make sure that you're staying grounded right now. Make sure that you're keeping up the self-love and the self-worth. Make sure that you are not wasting any time when it comes to thoughts, fears, anxiety that are negative, that are taking you in the wrong direction, that might lower your vibration. Or stay away from reminiscing on the past bad situations, because again, that's like, if you're living in the past, if you're constantly thinking about the past, then you're not living in the future type thing, right? Make sure that you are staying balanced. Make sure that you are keeping everything in control, right? I mean, I feel like y'all got it down. Y'all don't need me to tell you this right now. And the other one, then the last thing is that make sure that any situations that arise that are calling, right, for a decision to be made, make sure that you are using that profound judgment that you have experienced, right? There's somebody that
6 years ago, we moved in and life took over, so it still looks like it did the day we bought it.
there's somebody that did you wrong
But in that same respect, as if we
that you are going to learn of very, very soon. You're going to learn of them receiving their judgment. You're going to learn of them very soon receiving their punishment
Here we are, ready to move on.
for what they did to you. And it may shock you. It may fucking shock you. Bam. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, y'all are about to be feeling... Y'all are about to be feeling so happy with life, so ecstatic, should I say. Y'all are about to be feeling good. Y'all are about to be living the high life, working hard, making money, doing what you got to do. Also, when you hear that this person has gotten their karma, gotten their judgment, we are not going to, start celebrating and stuff like that, because that is not what we do, right? We just want people to we just want our justice. We don't wish ill on anybody, right? So I got the Fuck It Oracle deck today. I did want to pull a few for the good folks.
Because we do a lot of entertaining, we have a lot of large family groups, and we need it to flow better through those spaces. Create a home office space for myself, create a bigger dining area, renovate the main floor guest bathroom, and update all of the 1970s features in the entire house.
Big question, what's my budget?
$200,000.
Let me get two more. Let me get two more.
Transform this home into a unified, fabulous, updated home. And when I'm done,
That sounds good, because I think it's time to move to the brand new house. When I find it, you know what you can say about this house?
Bam. So let me pull a few runes real quick. Actually, it's been a minute since I did a reading, and it's been 3 weeks, I think, since I did a reading. And I want to do it all the time, but honestly, I'm just tired. That and TikTok slowed my views down. Fucking open it up. I'm taking these. Where the fuck is my shit? I'm taking those. As soon as I open it up, these are the ones that were out. Bam. So I have them in this little jewelry case I got, and I was shaking it up when I was coming downstairs, and there was 4 that were upright. Yeah, fertility, movement, gateway, and defense. So I'll go through and give that a quick little brush, you know what I mean? Page 107. Yeah, but I'll be tired as shit. I just passed page 111. And so, I don't know. And then this whole storage thing on my phone. So I'm thinking about getting a second phone so that I can because between TikTok and YouTube, taking up a bunch of space, and then forget the fact that iOS takes up a shit ton of space for no fucking reason. If I have a 60 gig phone or something and 20 gigs of that is iOS, what kind of bullshit is that? But Anyway, so fertility, new beginnings. This rune is akin to the moon, the intuitive part of our nature, with its urge toward harmonizing and adjusting in the sphere of personal relationships. This embodies the need to share, the yearning to be desired, a search after similarities, the completion. My bad. The completion of beginnings is what this requires. Drawing this rune may mark a time of joyful deliverance, a new life, a new path. The rune of great power, receiving it means that you now have the strength to achieve completion, resolution, from which comes a new beginning. Above all, completion is crucial here. It may be timely that you complete some project now. If so, make that your first priority. Perhaps a difficult state of mind can be clarified or resolved. The appearance of this rune indicates that you must fertilize the ground for your own deliverance. All things change, and we cannot live permanently amid obstructions. This signals your emergence from a closed chrysalis state. As you resolve and clear away the old, you will experience a release from tension and uncertainty. You may be required to release yourself from a rut, habit, or relationship from some deep cultural or behavioral pattern, some activity that was quite proper to the self that you are leaving behind. The time of birth is always a critical one. Movement can involve danger, and yet movement that is timely leads out of danger. The time has yet to come. The time has come to enter the delivery room. Also, I've been seeing like a bunch of stuff about like babies, kids, like getting married. I've been seeing a bunch of stuff about like couples and stuff like that. So like y'all, it's coming. This counsels preparation, being centered and grounded, freeing yourself from all unwanted influences, and seeing the humor. You are indeed prepared to open to the will of heaven and await your deliverance with calm certainty. Next, we have movement. Perhaps my favorite rune. I don't know if that's because I'll be walking past my runes and like the movement rune will flash in my head and I'll like reach in and grab it and I'll be like, oh my God, it's fucking movement. Happens all the time. But this is a rune of transition, movement, of physical shifts, new dwelling places, new attitudes, or new life. It also signifies movement in the sense of improving or bettering in any situation. There is about this rune a sense of gradual development and steady progress, with the accompanying notion of slow growth through numerous shifts and changes. This could apply to the growth of a business or to the development of an idea. A relationship may need to undergo changes if it is to live and grow. Moral effort and steadfastness are called for when you draw movement, another of the cycle runes. Let it be said this way: as I cultivate my own nature, all else follows. This rune symbol is the horse, and it signifies the bond between horse and rider. Bronze Age artifacts show a horse drawing the sun across the sky. Here, this is saying you have progressed far enough to feel a measure of safety in your position. Now it is time to turn again and face the future reassured, prepared to share the good fortune that comes your way. The sharing is significant since it relates to the sun's power to foster life and illuminate all things with its light. Bam. What is that one? Gateway. Bam. 133. All right. Gateway, place of non-action, the god Thor. With a gateway for its symbol, the rune indicates there is work to be done both inside and outside yourself. This represents the frontier between heaven and the mundane. Arriving here is a recognition of your readiness to contact the numinous, the divine, to illuminate your experience so that its meaning shines through its form. This is a rune of non-action, thus the gateway is not to be approached and passed through without contemplation. Here you are being confronted with a clear reflection of what is hidden in yourself, what must be exposed and examined before right action can be undertaken. This rune strengthens your ability to wait. Now is not the time to make a decision. Deep transformational forces are at work in this next to last of the cycle runes. Visualize yourself standing before a gateway on a hilltop. Your entire life lies out behind you and below you. Before you step through the gateway, pause and review the past, the learning and the joys, the victories and the sorrows, everything it took to bring you here. Observe it all, bless it all, release it all, for it is in letting go of the past that you reclaim your power. Step through the gateway now. And the last one Damn. Breakthrough transformation was right next to it. I feel like that's a sign right there. But we'll go to defense. All right, page 109. All right. As we are tested, we fund the power to avert blockage and defeat. At the same time, we develop in ourselves an aversion to the conduct that creates stress in our lives. If there appears to be an obstacle in your path, consider that even a delay may prove beneficial. Do not be overly eager to press forward, for this is not a time or situation in which you can make your influence felt. Patience is the counsel this offers. Nothing hectic, no acting needy, no lusting after a desired outcome. This rune speaks to the difficulties that can arise at the beginning of a new life. Often it announces a time of waiting, for a spring to fill up with water, for fruit to ripen on the bough, whatever. Perseverance and foresight are called for here. The ability to foresee consequences before you act is a mark of the profound person. Avert anticipated difficulties through right action, this rune is saying, and yet even more than doers, we are deciders. Once the decision is clear, the doing becomes effortless, for then the universe supports and empowers our action. Receiving this, you are put on notice that through inconvenience and discomfort, growth is promoted. This may well be a trying time. Certainly, it is a meaningful one. So set your house in order, tend to business, be clear, and wait on the will of heaven. Bam. So I love you guys and gals, or whatever. As always, I hope that this message resonated for you. I hope it could help you out. Y'all stay strong as always. Make sure y'all are, drinking water, eating good food, eating healthy, getting some exercise in. But much love to y'all as always. And I hope y'all have a wonderful, what's today, Tuesday? Yeah. I hope y'all have a wonderful Tuesday.